Now this may sound odd. How do you study for the MCAT without opening up any books, watching any videos? And that's what I'm going to be talking to you today about. Hi, my name is Shahar Hartman and I'm a tutor here at MCAT Mastery, and today I'll be showing you how to study for the MCAT without opening any of the normal materials. First thing is, it needs to be clear that we're going to build a studying mentality. The MCAT is a long, hard, and difficult exam, and for that we need to make sure every aspect of our life is going to model how we would study and take the MCAT. This also may sound confusing, and so I'm going to break it down for you. For any hobbies that you may have, I want you to become more persistent about it. Just like you develop a study plan for the MCAT, I want you to develop a plan to train and improve with your hobby. For me, that was running, and so I set out to run every other morning. I would wake up early, about the time that I would need to wake up to take the actual exam, and I would go for a jog. I would track my mileage and I would track my pace just as I tracked my mistakes while practicing. By tracking everything in running and tracking everything in my mistakes for my MCAT, I was able to combine the two and take the MCAT mentality, the persistence and the ambition that we have studying for the MCAT, and apply it for my running. And when I was feeling bad about studying about the MCAT, my ambition and my success in running was able to translate over into studying for the MCAT. I was able to create this parallel effect of improving my running and improving my MCAT score. And running might not be for you, and some days it wasn't for me either. But then, with my persistence, I was able to push forward and break through that mental barrier that told me, don't run, I'm tired. And just like there are days where you don't want to study for the MCAT, or during the actual MCAT, you feel drained, you're able to break through that mental barrier. Push through. Not only that, with running, you're getting your mind going early in the morning. Running is proven to help with memory, energy levels, and emotional stability. Another hobby that I utilized during my MCAT study period was cooking. But with cooking, I would try to find new recipes that were difficult to do. Stuff that I hadn't tried before, techniques I had never really practiced. If it be as simple as cutting an onion or deglazing a pan, I want to try out and hone my abilities to cook. And with cooking, I was able to provide good nutrients for my body. Studying is draining. I felt tired at the end of the day, and my body needed good nutrition if I was to succeed in memorizing and getting better at taking the MCAT. Another hobby that I strongly encourage you to pick up when studying for the MCAT is reading a book for fun. That will help you not only with the CARS passage, but with all the other sections to be able to read faster, read and get the bigger picture, and also analyze what the author is trying to tell you. I encourage you to read about 40 to 50 pages a night, around 30 minutes, so that you're able to improve your analytical ability and your reading comprehension. It's also important to learn how to read a little bit quickly so that you don't get bogged down when trying to take the test. You want to have extra time at the end, if possible, to go back and review your answers. Mistakes are natural. And with all of these hobbies, whether it be running, cooking, or reading, it's okay to miss a day. It's okay to make a mistake, reread a page, redo a run. Mistakes happen, and it's okay. It's important to be able to pick ourselves up after we've fallen. And with that comes my next point of meditation. Meditation is a practice that I utilized every single morning when studying for the MCAT, and since then have utilized almost every day in my day-to-day life. By downloading an app like Headspace, you're able to utilize time every single day to reflect on what you want and what you want to do that same day, what you've done, and what it means to have done what you just done. And that may sound silly. It did at first to me as well. But taking the MCAT and practicing for it, you've probably filled out those mistake trackers. And that can be seen as a form of meditation as well. By looking at what you've made a mistake on and what you want to improve on, you're reflecting on your nature. You're reflecting on the whole process of what's gone on. And by taking time to meditate, you're engaging in that reflective ability. Studies have found that meditating consistently for a month or more has been found to improve cognitive abilities such as learning, memory, emotional stability, just like we've seen with running, cooking, and reading. And so by combining all of these, you'll be able to improve your own abilities to succeed while studying and taking the actual exam. And outside of all these hobbies, it's also very important to get a good night of rest. Current theories say between 7 and 9 hours is a great amount of sleep. And so that's what I aimed for when studying for the MCAT. I tried to get at least 8 hours of sleep every single night. So going to sleep at around the same time, waking up around the same time are all crucial components to studying for the MCAT. Coming to my last point, you've probably heard this a million times, but taking breaks is so important to studying. If you try to cram everything the MCAT has to test you on in one night, you know it's not going to work. Other groups have talked about longitudinal studying, spacing out studying. It's because taking breaks is important for your mind to rest and regenerate. It also helps you store those memories, make them stronger, and then it makes them almost second nature. And so taking breaks is important to keeping your mental stability solid. You want to have a good foundation before every practice test and especially before every exam. You want to succeed, and I want to see you succeed. And together, take all these different concepts, look through to the score that you want to get. By signing up for tutoring with MCAT Mastery or even with me, Shahar, will help you develop these strategies, and we can also tailor them personally to your own needs. Not everyone runs, not everyone likes cooking, but there is a hobby out there that is stimulating enough to help you succeed at scoring higher.